Tomorrow, Holiday Crash becomes available to everybody who plays Modern Warfare Remastered, along with 6 new multiplayer maps, a couple of new game modes, and some other surprises we'll be talking about in future videos. But I was lucky enough to be invited out to Raven Software and get an early look at all of this new content coming to MWR, and I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of what you can expect from Holiday Crash. Now, in the little briefing before we actually played the game, they were talking about all the new maps, new modes, and stuff like that they were adding in. And when it came to Holiday Crash, they said that this was a passion project for them. Like, not only did they decide they wanted to bring it back, but they wanted to bring it back in a big way and really improve upon what it was back in the original Call of Duty 4. So there are a ton of new changes and a ton of additions that they've made to this festive map that I think are really, really cool, and I think you guys could enjoy. And I've split them up into 5 main categories. So the one thing we're not going to be talking about is all the lights all over the map. So I'm sure you guys have seen videos of it and little teasers and stuff like that. Like, the entire map is covered in Christmas lights and candy canes. There's a Christmas tree added to the very middle in between the 2 pieces of the crashed helicopter with presents under it, and it's absolutely incredible. It was really cool to see back in Call of Duty 4, and they've added to it now. Like, it's a lot more vibrant. There are probably, I didn't compare it side by side, but I'm sure there are more lights in there, and it was beautiful in terms of the generic map. But there were 5 huge changes they made on top of that. So first up, when you die, you explode into confetti and presents, and there's like a screeching noise and all kinds of stuff like that. It's really, really fun. You guys are seeing some examples right here, and it's kind of funny to see people exploding into piles of presents all over the map at all times, which is pretty interesting. Now, kind of similar to that, when explosives go off, they explode into these colorful plumes of smoke and fireworks and stuff like that. So this counts for grenades, for claymores, for C4, for pretty much anything that explodes. It's gonna have that fun kind of holiday confetti effect. Now, next up, there were some large map changes where they physically changed the objects in the map. So I'm not talking about putting some lit up Christmas lights in the trees and along the walls and stuff like that. Like, they actually physically changed that large object, and I've got a couple of examples here for you guys. So the first one is all the sandbags on the map are now piles of Christmas presents, which is kind of cool. So hopefully people are getting some, huge bricks and, anything that's really, really hard to get through, because they've got to protect you from bullets. But I thought that was a nice little touch they added. And then also, the second thing that I noticed right off the bat is back in the back corner garage where they usually have a car lifted up on the lift. Now it's Santa's sleigh, which is kind of interesting. And there are a couple of other changes they made, big changes they made, but I don't want to spoil everything for you guys. I'm sure you guys will find them on the map when you get to play it tomorrow. And finally, last but not least, we actually have 2 changes to the kill streaks in the game. So the one that I think is pretty cool, but not quite as cool as the other one, is the helicopter. So now when you get your 7 kill streak, you're going to call in a helicopter that's covered in Christmas lights. I'm not sure how that works. That seems a little bit dangerous. You wouldn't want the rotors to get caught up in those things. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's lit up and all colorful and stuff like that. And then finally, last but not least, my favorite addition to this map that they made is they actually changed the airstrike from planes to Santa Claus. It's Santa in his sleigh with all the reindeer, including Rudolph with the glowing red nose towards the front. He flies over the map and he drops present bombs on people, which is kind of fun. And it's something that happened so quickly, like I really had to slow down this footage to show it to you guys. When you're in game, it's almost impossible to see it, but I thought it was pretty cool. Christmas music comes on as he's flying overwards, and he even says as he's going by. So I don't know, you can tell that all the developers really had a good time with this, and it was, like I said, it was a passion project for them. I think they did a really good job. And although the map, honestly, it's kind of hard to see. Like, playing against other YouTubers who knew what they were doing, it was a little bit frustrating because there were so many dark corners and so many angles you had to check that you would normally be able to see easily on the normal map Crash. It's still a fun map to play. It's a lot different, but it's a fun map to play. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to catch you guys later. I should have another video coming out tonight talking about the other maps in this DLC edition they're doing. So, make sure you guys check back for that, and peace out.